guys, today I'm reviewing Fenty Beauty, the new makeup range by Rihanna. I got these from my local Sephora store, which actually just opened. I was at the opening, grabbed it fresh off the brand new shelves. It's so exciting. Sephora Charlestown, get amongst it. If you haven't seen my vlog yet, do go check it out once it's up. Note that the brand behind this brand is, I think it's Kendo. It's basically the overall brand of Sephora. It's a brand that owns Kat Von D as well. So that is kind of the quality, I would assume. I'm going to put these guys on my face today. We'll do a first impressions and then I'll try to keep you updated with check-ins through the day and we can see how it lasts. I can actually feel the magnets working here, like very cool. I saw a little promotional video of how you can clip these together, which I didn't realize when I bought, and it's pretty exciting. I'm just going to start by wiping my face down with some Bioderma. I'm going to let that dry on my face and then I'm going to use the Porefessional. I have oily to combination skin and I want to give this makeup the best chance. So I'm going to use a mattifying pore minimizing primer. These are the type of primers I use very regularly, so I'm quite happy to put Fenty Beauty to the test using this primer. Packaging is really nice. The first thing I'm going to try out is the Matchstick Trio Conceal Contour Highlight, and mine's in the shade Tan. It comes with 3 different shades in it: caramel concealer, a truffle contour, and then a rum highlight. I'm going to start with the Matchstick shade in Caramel. It's actually very cool that these stick together. I'm not sure why. I guess it's for storage. It's kind of cool. I like it, but I wonder how much money went into the packaging. And I know for lots of products, like, the packaging is very expensive compared to the actual product itself. Let's line it up to see how much product's in there. There's not much compared to how big the tube itself actually is. The set of 3 costs $79, which means each one of these is about $24 each. Feels like a little dark for me. My arms are actually quite dark though, so touch dark, but I do like the undertones of it. I might just kind of spread this over most of my face and then I'll blend it out with the Beauty Blender. I've not watched any reviews yet because I wanted to give you guys my fresh first impressions. The range in store is really nice. I love all the foundation shades, how they have the highlighters, especially for dark skin tones. That is so rare. The damp Beauty Blender. I'm just going to smudge my blender around to kind of blend it out, and then I'll use a dabbing motion to give it a really nice finish. Actually, you know what? I think I prefer to use a more dense brush to do this. Feels quite nice. I haven't used many stick foundations personally. This is a concealer. Note it's a concealer and it's not meant to be used necessarily all over your face, but I think you can. In the mirror here, my skin looks really good. It looks just like skin, which is nice, and it's blended out really nicely, like, even though it didn't look like it matched me that well. Wow. Let's just see how it goes at covering up my under eyes a little bit more. Put a bit on and we'll blend it out. Kind of like it. That blended out super easily. The shade itself is a touch dark for me, but it's fine because my arms are actually quite dark, like it matches. And I can always go in with one of my lighter concealers normally. I won't do it today because I'm just testing out Fenty Beauty, but normally I could. I would call this kind of more medium, almost your medium coverage, I think. I think it does depend how you choose to blend it out. My nose is quite red because I've been blowing tissues. Well, let's see if we can cover that up a little. And obviously you can get better coverage if you don't use a beauty blender because that tends to shear things out a bit. So I'll just try using my brush. Foundation's looking a little funny on my nose where I've tried to build it up. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if that's the primer or what's going on, but we'll just leave it there for now. I might come back to it at the end and touch it up. I'll just bowl it with a beauty blender. I'm quite happy with that. I personally like lighter coverage products. Now let's try the contour shade, which is in the shade Truffle. Now I picked up this shade because I was with a friend and she has much lighter skin than me, and she went for the next trio up from mine, like lighter, so I assumed I would be the darker one. Oh yes, this is quite intense, so hopefully it blends out. Smidge under here. I'm going to try using this brush from Furless Cosmetics because it is a different type and I'm kind of curious to see how it blends out. This first one was a Duo Fiber one from Real Technique. I also like that it's a bit denser and smaller than my last brush, so I can control the contour hopefully. So it's blending out really easily and nicely. Still a bit of a line there where I like initially drew it on, which isn't great. I'm not sure why. Let's try a different brush on the other side. So this one is a sculpting brush from Real Techniques and I'm going to try that on this side. I feel like that did a better job of blending out the line, but I still feel like you can tell where I put the product on using this product straight from its applicator. That looks nice. I do love me a good cream contour. My favourite is actually the one from L'Oreal at the moment. It's like a cream to powder formula. It doesn't look blended out there. Maybe I should use my fingers. Why you no blend? I'm gonna try just applying a bit more. It's just really smudgy looking. And then I'll apply concealer here. My Real Techniques brush. And I'll blend it into my hairline. That look weird to you guys. Let's try the other side. Maybe if I just use my beauty blender. I'm not super happy with that. Normally when I just use this brush I can just be like da na 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 da 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 and done. Something weird's going on, especially on this side. Anyway, let's push on. Blend out under here. Quite happy with how that's looking. The ones on my forehead were a bit like, ugh. Yeah, the contour shade was just looking a bit patchy, which isn't great. For the highlight I'm gonna use this in the shade Rum. So pretty. I swatched it in store. It looked very nice. This one feels a bit harder. I don't know if it's because it's a bit colder here in Australia or just come out of winter. So I'm going to use a beauty blender. Doesn't seem to like the beauty blender that much. Let's try a brush. Just applied a touch more contour to try to build it up. It's not blending out great. I accidentally put a touch too much product on the side, so I'm just going to use MAC Fix Plus in my beauty blender to help blend it out. That's my fault. I shouldn't have put so much product on. Whoa! The MAC Fix Plus is taking away the product. What on earth? That is so weird. I'm very confused as to what has just happened. I'm gonna take that off my face. And no, don't use MAC Fix Plus with a beauty blender with this product. You're not gonna have a good time. I do quite like this concealer stick. It really blends in with my skin well. Next, I'm going to put that contour and highlight back on. I think that blended out a lot easier, so maybe it's better if you work a bit faster. So kind of don't let the conceal shade set before you put on your contour shade. That seems to work well for me. I don't want to mix brushes, so I'm going to use this one from Artiste Manicure to blend out my highlight. So I quite like how it's looking now. It did take a bit of work to find out what was the right method to get it to work. I found brushes are better than beauty blenders in my opinion with this product. I found MAC Fix Plus was a big no-go, and Duo Fiber brushes were the easiest for me, and denser brushes worked better. Because the product is a stick, so it is a bit stiffer than a liquid product, and you kind of need that dense brush to move it around and to blend it out properly. The other two products I have is another shimmer stick in the shade Unicorn, which is flipping amazing. I can't decide if I'm going to put this here or on my eyes today because I already have some highlighter on. And I also have the Fenty Gloss, which is apparently super popular. Let's zoom in nice and personal so you can see what's going on. Ooh, it's so pretty. This highlight is so beautiful. It's so pretty. Oh, I love it so much. And it actually doesn't look as purple as I thought it would, like in the tube, and when you swatch it, it actually looks okay in the face, in my opinion. It still has the purple to it, which I like. I'm not really sure what brush is best to blend out these highlighters yet, but I'm going to try this dense little one from Synergy Minerals. I'm not going to blend it out heaps because I do want the highlight to kind of stay in place. And I love it. I think it looks really pretty. I think this highlighter suits my skin a lot better than the first one did. So now I'm going to try just using some of the contour shade on my eyelid and see how that goes. So I've applied some brow product. This is Benefit Slicing My Brow, and my lashes are the Maybelline Push Up Falsies, I think it's called. I'm just going to apply some of this cream blush from Bobbi Brown. Lastly, I'm going to apply this Fenty Gloss. The packaging is different to these face products. Same shape. Okay, I have you nice and close so you can see the application. I just have some Carmex lip balm on because my lips are a bit dry. This gloss seems very goopy and sticky. It smells very artificial. It smells a bit like a lolly shop. I like the colour of this lip gloss. I think it suits my lips. I think it would suit everyone. It's nice and nude, but still sheer enough that it could kind of adapt to anyone's lip colour. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about the lip gloss. I'm not a huge lip gloss wearer personally. I can kind of feel like not quite a tingle, but something going on with my lips. Apparently the gloss has been hyped up a lot. Yeah, this is my Fenty Beauty face. I'm just in love with this highlighter. Go in store and swatch it if you haven't already. It's currently 1:30 p.m. Let's leave this on my face and I will check in later. And then at the end of the day, I'll try to give you my overall first impression review of the products I've tried so far. Hi guys, so it's now almost 4:30 p.m, so it's been 3 hours. Lip gloss has completely worn off because I've been eating. It felt very smushy on the lips. It wasn't smushy, but it just felt smushy. The rest of the makeup has held up really well. I've just looked at myself in the mirror really close. Looks really good. I've got a bit of shine happening here, which is normal, especially since I didn't powder, so it's actually holding up really well because normally I always have to powder. So I'm going to apply a little bit of powder to the T-zone, and I'm actually going to just apply a little bit more of the concealer to my nose because I've been blowing my nose, so I've been wiping some of this concealer away with the tissue. But other than that, I'm really actually quite happy with how it's been holding up. I've also noticed that my unicorn highlight has faded significantly, and it's nowhere near as purple as when it first was a thing. It does look a lot more natural, which I guess is kind of a good thing. It's still there, just not as poppy. I'm just using the RMCA No Colour Powder to dust my face. This seems a very sheer nude gloss, tiny speckles of glitter in it. It's actually quite pretty, but I don't know, it's a bit 90s for me. But, you know, packaging is stunning. Anyway, I'm off to church now. I will check in again later. So far, I'm really happy with how the products are holding up, especially since I haven't used any powder for the first 3 hours. Hi guys, so it is now almost 9:30, which means it's been almost 8 hours, which I think is kind of the right amount of time you expect your makeup to last, and a reasonable amount to a reasonable finish. I think it just really looks like skin, which I love. Did get a little shiny, but like I said before, I did not use a powder initially, and like the shine is still not too bad right now. There's still a touch of highlighter, but it did kind of fade away a bit. Tell the concealer under my eyes is not quite there. So it definitely has faded a little, but not in a bad way necessarily. Like it's faded off quite evenly, I think, and it just kind of looks like my skin, which is good. The gloss obviously faded really quickly. I would like to say in terms of the gloss, although I'm not myself a big gloss wearer, I quite like that it really shows off someone's natural lip pigments. For me, it really, I don't have it on now, but when I have it on, it kind of enhanced the fact that I have like kind of a dark lip line and it fades into more of a lighter shade, and it kind of emphasized that with a bit of gloss, and it kind of made it look a bit more high fashion. And I like that Rihanna has made that a thing. I love that she's, you know, a woman of color and has chosen to make this collection about that, but not just exclusively about that. She's included all skin tones, which is, I think it's a good role model that all brands will hopefully pick up one day. I'm totally in love with the unicorn highlighter. Way more wearable than I expected it to be, but it still has that purple in it, and it's less glittery. So they have another purple highlighter and it's much more glittery, so if you like glitter, go for that one. This one's more of a purple sheen. Love it 100%. It was totes impulse, but I love it and I hope to wear it again. I do feel I kind of have the wrong shades with these. I saw on the Fenty Beauty website that you could customize your own trio, so maybe I would do that. I think truffle is an okay shade for my skin tone. I think caramel is actually probably a good shade for me, since it will make my face match my arms, and my face will probably be this color in summer anyway, because it's just finished winter in Australia at the moment. I think rum is a bit too dark for me. I probably could borderline make it work, and I think it works great on the eyes. Yeah, in summer it would probably look better. So I may purchase another one of these in my kind of winter shade, or like more of a highlighting kind of shade, because I really like the way it's sat on the skin. And something about the fact that they kind of click together make you want to collect them all. I don't know, Rihanna's just done so well with this collection. Like if you've been online and you've seen that gold highlighter, oh dang, it is stunning. Like it makes you wish you had that color skin, so just so you could put that on your face. I mean, even if you don't have that kind of deep skin tone, you could still use it, but something about it just works. It's not like your average highlighter. It's got some pizzazz to it, and it just looks so dang good. I love it. And I love that she's also made highlighters for every skin tone and she's included everyone. The foundation range is amazing. So yeah, I'm super keen to try out more product. It is a bit on the pricey side, if I'm honest. I love supporting women of colour in the beauty industry because I don't know about other countries, but particularly in the Australian drugstore, it is really hard for even my skin tone, which is not that dark, to find foundations, to find even like eyeshadow palettes that cater and suit me. I personally have not used the drugstore foundation that I like, mainly because I can't find my shade. Like even if it goes dark enough, it goes to fake tan orange rather than to what my skin tone is naturally. So yeah, you go, Riri, we're really excited. Do make sure to subscribe. I have lots of new videos coming out soon, including my Sephora Charlestown opening vlog. My next video will be out within the next week. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.